hot dog. Here's the primary struggle that I have with the message of prosperity is who does it benefit the most, right?
The pastor.
Hot dog, yes, sir.
It's
Yes,
like,
sir.
who does it benefit the most?
Yes,
Me.
me, right, right, me. In addition to, theologically speaking, and does God and is God about this prosperity, and is Jesus rich and all that kind of nonsense, right? But the primary person who, just on a humanity level, the primary person who benefits from the prosperity message is the preacher, not the people. And that's what I have a problem with. And if you can get people to buy into the idea, the concept, the principle that God wants you rich, that message is going to be significantly appealing to those who don't have financial resources, right? Mm-hmm. And so the preacher is the one who preaches this financial message. The preacher is the one who has the beautiful suits and the multi-million-dollar home and the cars. I was watching this one preacher who shall remain nameless, but he said something utterly ridiculous, Jason. He said something utterly ridiculous. He was being interviewed about his jets and things like that. He said, well, Tyler Perry made the jet so cheap, I had to buy it. Like that. He said he made it so cheap, I had to buy it.
Ooh,
like, dude,
what?
like, do you
weird.
hear it?
I had to buy it because or what it was like, it was on sale.
It was, yes, it was totally on sale. So the preachers are the ones that are the primary beneficiary of, and not the people. The other struggle that I have with it is it is more individual centered and not community centered, right? It is the individual and the preacher. And I say this as a preacher myself, right? I'm not removing myself out of the context of clergy. The preacher doesn't have to promise you that it's going to happen, right? He doesn't have to guarantee you.
Yeah.
And he puts it, or she puts it on you, that if it doesn't happen for you, then you must have done something wrong. If it's not working, it's not because of me, it's because you didn't do something right. And so I struggle with the prosperity message. Of course, I want prosperity in my life. I want to prosper economically. I want to prosper in my family. I want to prosper in my health. I want to prosper in every area of my life. And I want the community to prosper in every area of their life as well. It is wrong, in my opinion, to limit prosperity to finances. And when I look at the landscape of those preachers and those churches, those mega churches that oftentimes promote the prosperity message, let's take a magnifying glass and to see and question who is the one that primarily benefits from the message. It's not the people. Mm-hmm. And the people will continue to give and give and give and give and give, waiting for God to drop down millions and millions of dollars. That's not reality, right? Mm-hmm. In this world system, if you're not in, let's just take America. If you are not an athlete, you are blessed with phenomenal athletic skill, then the likelihood of you making millions of dollars. Isaiah Thomas, who played for the Detroit Pistons, he said what? He said to make it into the pros is like walking through a jungle without being bitten by a mosquito. Like the likelihood of that happening is very slim to none. Only a very small percentage of people are making those kinds of millions of dollars. If you are not that, an athlete, if you don't have some grand business ideas such as a Jeff Bezos, etc., with Amazon, and we're not even talking about the amount of money that his parents poured into him, to get his business up and running, right? If you don't have this huge grand idea as an entrepreneur to make millions of dollars, etc., like in this world system, the likelihood of God just quote unquote sending you a check for $1 million, it's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But the prosperity preacher doesn't tell you that. They just tell you that if you sow, then you're going to reap, that God wants you blessed, that God wants you prosperous, God wants you rich. But if you don't have no degree, right? If you don't have some astronomical, if you don't have some phenomenal gift, people are just sitting there waiting for God to just drop down money into your bank account. And I was a part of a church specifically. I was a part of a couple churches in Georgia. One had that domineering personality, was not necessarily a prosperity preacher. One was emphatically, without question, in your face, prosperity. Money cometh to me now, right? It was in your face. Talk about money, 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 money.
Oh my God, money cometh to me.
Oh, yes.
That would be a hilarious email address.
Bruh. We were told, the preacher told us to stand up and shout, money cometh to me now. We were all, I was a college.
My God, are you serious?
I am absolutely serious.
My God.
We are standing up in agreement with the preacher. Money cometh to me.
And everyone's doing the same. It's like a weird money cult. Like it's not I can imagine that taking place at some sort of like finance conference, like a bunch of bankers doing that.
Yes. And the bankers would have ways in which to bring that to pass, right? Yeah. But within the church, people don't have those kinds of resources to bring that to pass, man. Yeah, no. So what you do then, and this would be better for me if you're going to preach a prosperity gospel. This is what will be better for me. You need to also have, during the week, you need to set up classes on improving your credit score.
That's right. That's right.
Right. You need to set up classes on getting your credit score from a 420, right, to a 780, as an example.